The following is a Podbeard production.
Cardboard box for our Xbox.
It's mechanics.
And I whack off for justice.
Okay. Oh my god.
In a world where two ordinary gamers team up to fight the forces of boredom, this is their podcast, and this is their story.
What's up, everybody? I'm Hodder.
Said Hodder very contently. And I'm Caz. Said Caz very excitedly.
And this is Two Guys in a Game.
Said Hodder a little bit over the top.
What the hell are you doing?
Asked Hodder. I'm just narrating the podcast, explained Caz.
But do you really need to narrate a podcast? I mean, people know what's going on.
Said TJ very stupidly. Yes, I do actually.
Why? How is that stupidly?
Asked TJ.
What is my life right now?
These things plagued TJ at night as he laid awake in bed, not sleeping, just wondering what is happening in his life right now. The end.
I feel like I should stop.
That's
this,
my like short. You know, I'm going to like an independent pod festival, and I just wanted to have a cool little independent pod.
So you wanted to have like a little like artsy okay.
Yeah, said Caz very dramatically.
Really artsy, like we can just record a segment for you where you narrate what was going on in the podcast. You should do that. You should start your whole thing. We'll give you a show on Podbeard Network. It'll be Caz records, and it'll just be you narrating.
Caz narrates everything. Caz picks up a can. Caz drinks from the can. No, it's like that. It's like the Rick and Morty where he has to listen to the tale. I love that scene where he's like, she's a woman, he's a man. They need each other. They both gently kiss. The end. Cut to 3 weeks earlier. No, I'm just joking. How about that, huh? You want me to cut to 3 weeks earlier when you were still alive? I love that part. Intro. Cut to 3 weeks earlier. Oh, jeez. Just like,
this is going to be a long read, man. Oh.
You don't have to sugarcoat it. Just tell me. I want your honest feedback. Well, honestly, I don't think our stories, should I think our stories should start where they start. Not where you feel like they should start. So the cutting to 3 weeks earlier is like, nope. You just shit on my story. I share my tale. I invite you into my house, and you shit on my story.
It was like, wait, what? You
wanted my feedback? No, get out. Your grandson has insulted me. Morty, what did you do?
So what's new and exciting, man?
I got a Nintendo Switch.
Did you guys know Caz has a Switch?
I got this
pretty exciting
for my Nintendo Switch. Our producer's a copycat. He got the same Switch as me.
Did he actually?
Yeah, he has the same
I
Switch.
didn't really notice.
He was like, I was trying to get a black one, but then I was like, how can I piss off Caz? No, I'm just joking.
How could I piss off Caz and do a joke?
No.
That's Brandon's goal.
No, honestly,
every day
that's like the only one you can find now. When I got this, I was like, oh, they had just brought it back, and I didn't realize. I thought it was like a fluke when I got mine. I was like, because I got mine for Christmas, and I helped my mom pick it out for me. Like, I mean, I paid for half of it, but I helped her pick it out for a Christmas present, and I was just like, oh, order that one, because that one's got cool Joy-Cons, and I don't want the regular black one. And now you can't even find the regular black one anywhere. It's like,
so it's like you should have bought
I
that
pretty
one.
much should have bought the black one, like just the jet black one. But like, you can still get the Joy-Cons for it.
I'm pretty sure I remember in a podcast you literally saying, I bought this one because it's going to be really rare and you're not going to be able to find it.
And now it's not. It's literally the most common Switch. And I get it, because the red and the blue, like, it's more of a customization, right?
Of course.
And so that's what Nintendo's trying to do, is they're like, oh, make it your own Switch. Like, I'm sure they'll come out with where you can get like both sides blue. Like, they're already doing that with, like, you can get two yellow ones if you want. You can get a lime green and a sort of magenta one, and there's different colors coming out. And you can customize them too. Like, you can put like decals over them. I've seen people come out with them, and like,
you can get a cardboard box and like build a console around it.
No, I don't think they'll ever come out with that. That'd be stupid.
I feel like that's probably never going to be a thing. I mean, because
maybe Xbox would do that.
Yeah, why would Nintendo sell a product that's a box and make it a new thing for their Switch? Like, I feel like that's a little silly.
Yeah, they might as well. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So,
that'd be like Xbox come out with a controller that's specifically made for first-person shooters, or like the Nintendo 64 making see-through controllers because it's the 2000s.
Right. So what's new with you? TJ couldn't think of anything, so Caz started narrating again.
No, not much for once. I've had a pretty boring week.
It's not been boring. Honestly. It's just been really
not
draining.
Boring, it's just been.
Sorry, you didn't have the week I had. Maybe we had 2 different
Hey,
weeks.
listen, I could go off right now about what's been going on with me in my personal life. Nothing bad with like my fiance, everything's wonderful there. But like, I didn't really want to talk about it on the podcast.
Your
because I
work
feel like
life?
no.
Oh.
It's about my sleep shit.
Oh, right, yeah.
I could talk about
He's
that.
been complaining about that. He's like, we can't go get sushi today because we're not hipsters for one. And also, I'm really tired and not hungry. And then I get here and he's like, actually, I'm kind of hungry. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
today I'm
like,
starving.
way to go.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, now I have to talk about it. So, real quick, guys, basically what's going on with me is, as with a lot of people, not with most people, as with a lot of people in the world, not just fat people, for the record, I do
Mostly fat
suffer
people.
from sleep apnea.
Oh, sorry,
which is
not mostly fat people. I thought you were
actually
saying...
you'd be surprised how many people I've met who do have sleep apnea are actually like skinny.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, a lot of very overweight people are commonly have sleep apnea, but because there's so many different causes for it and everything, but basically I do have sleep apnea. What sleep apnea is, for those of you who are not familiar, it is where you stop breathing during your sleep.
Wait, can we just pause for 1 second?
What's up?
Can we call this a segment called Dr. Hodder Explains Medical Science
Dr.
and
Hodder
Stuff?
explains stuff.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, adjust your pacemakers accordingly. This is the Two Guys in a Game Medical Minute.
But basically, you stop breathing, and it doesn't wake you up necessarily, but subconsciously it wakes you up.
Okay.
So, for example, severe sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is anywhere when you do that 5 to 10 times every hour or so. Severe sleep apnea is about 35 to 40.
Oh.
Then you have me. I'm
He's got
57.
super severe sleep apnea.
57 times an hour I stop breathing.
Super severe sleep apnea. That's triple SA.
Da, 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 da,
Or is it
da, da.
super sledgehammer severe sleep
don't know.
apnea?
I have no idea.
I'm just thinking of words with S now.
Yeah, so basically what it does is it causes you to be obviously extremely tired because you're not actually sleeping. So for me, say I sleep for 4 hours, I'm actually getting like 10 minutes of sleep. Basically, the doctor explained to me. And I'm like, oh, that explains a lot. She's like, yeah, I'm usually pretty cranky and tired. I'm like, well, yeah.
I mean, that's kind of my gimmick.
Kind of who I am.
I
as a
mean, like,
person.
I walk around grumpy, mopping floors. I'm the grumpy janitor. Like, what
That's
do you
what
expect?
I do.
Come
No, but
on.
He's like, you don't seem like you're like a really like grumpy, angry person, but he's like, are you tired? I'm like, I'm tired all the time. He's like, well, that's why. So now I have the machine and everything. There's a bunch of bullshit, and I'm not going to go into all that stuff.
He
Sleep
broke
testing
it.
and everything. It's fine. But the problem is getting to the point of what I was trying to say quickly here before I was so rudely interrupted like multiple times.
Whatever.
Kaz interrupting people? Never.
That's
Not
why
as
my
if-
crown says tangent on it, because I am king of the tangent.
King in here.
Thank you.
I am
king in here.
But basically, so what this machine does is it basically you put on this like mask and it pumps air into you so that you don't stop breathing. Keeps
Yeah.
your airways open. The problem with this is it's pumping all this air into your body wasn't getting before. So like things like severe headaches are totally normal. Not sleeping great still is normal for the first little while till I get used to it. Then it's great, but I'm still only getting used to it face. So like I'm still really tired. I've had horrible headaches. Your body's kind of like achy a little bit, but it's all at the end of it, it's all good.
Yeah, because it's adjusting your body back to where it
Exactly.
needs to be.
The only thing that's really a bother with the whole thing is because you're pumping all this extra air into your body, you get super bloated.
Oh.
Like, so I didn't eat for like 2 days, which.
So what you're saying
don't
is
know me, that's weird.
you're full of hot air?
He's full of Hodder.
Oh, that too. I didn't think about that.
He's full of hot air.
Your new nickname is Hot Air.
Hot air.
Hi, I'm Hot Air.
And this is Caz. If.
No, just Caz. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, that's what's going on. That's why if you hear any references to that, that's what it is.
There's no longer two guys in a game. We're changing the title officially. This is Two Guys in a Tangent.
Two guys in a tangent.
And I
game.
said it before, but we really just need to change it. We'll get to the gaming stuff. All right, so
Two guys in a game.
what are we playing this week?
So, me personally, I don't like. I wish I had like some really exciting news because last week I was talking about the whole Quest 64 thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about dealing with people on the internet.
Tell me you didn't go on Kijiji.
Here's the thing about dealing with people on the internet on Kijiji.
Oh.
Is I had this deal lined up. The guy was like, yeah, man. He had 5 games I wanted. I really wanted Quest 64. He also had Episode 1 Racer, which I forgot to mention that I love. Okay. Just shut up. I was dealing with Kijiji before you were even born, okay? So let's just listen, kid. Okay, so And I was talking with the guy, seemed like he was going to be a legit dude, and like he just lived in
You
Bowmanville.
did not just say a legit dude on Kijiji. That's not a thing.
I'm not on Kijiji selling stuff all the time.
You're not a legit dude then.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're just a dude.
Oh, shut up. So basically, the guy's like, "Yeah, bro, I'll sell it to you for like this much," and I was like, "Cool, that's a very fair price for both games. That's less than I paid a store." So I said, "Okay, are we good for this day?" He's like, "Yeah, man, absolutely." I'm like, "Cool, man. I really appreciate
lie
that."
because nobody's ever good on the day they say.
So 2 days before we were about to make the deal was gonna go down. It was an overcast day. It was quite cold. An overcast day.
No.
Anyway, so yeah, he's like, "Oh, bro, so unfortunately I sold the games." I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I sold them like a week ago." I lost it. I said, I'm not going to say the word I said to him because I said MFer. Even though
You said, see you next Tuesday.
Even though I swear all the time on this podcast, for some reason today I want to be clean. I don't know why. I was like, I just talked to you 3 days ago and you said you were still. He's like, yeah, I kind of forgot I sold them. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, I don't have Quest 64, guys. However, I have been playing on my N64 as well as on my PS4.
N64.
I have been playing a little bit. I've been trying to get through.
One more.
You just completely ruined my train of thought. I have no idea what I was saying. On the PS4, I still have been. I've been doing a second playthrough of Mass Effect Andromeda as like a bad guy now, and it's kind of fun because like now
You, sir, are an asshole.
well, and the thing is like I'm a sarcastic asshole.
Oh, okay.
So like it'll be like, hey man, you want to help me? And I'll be like, yeah, sure. And I'll start lifting him up and be like, psych, and then shoot them in the face.
So you're a sarcastic.
I'm basically Cazador Jones.
You're a
in flesh. Yeah.
Hey, sarcastic. That we're gonna get T-shirts made up.
Sarcastic.
You guys want that? We'll get that made up. You know,
do that.
and we can do.
That could be fun.
Don't be such a sarcasm.
Sarcastic,
Don't be such a sarcastic.
It'll be you as a dick, and it'll be like,
no. Nobody will buy that because nobody wants
I
that.
would.
No, yeah,
I'd
you're
wear
the
that
only
with
one.
pride.
We'll have like one shirt sold for that.
yeah, it'll be to me. I don't even. I'll buy all
I
of them.
think-
I'll wear that every day, the rest of my life.
I think I'm gonna start calling orgasms orgasms because I was trying to think of a way to make it like sarcasm, but now I'm gonna call them orgasms
Oh God, why? Why did these things happen?
because my mind is a beautiful thing and it
Mine
works in
is a
mysterious
beautiful,
ways.
unique.
Okay, so I have can I talk about what I'm playing?
Yes,
And then-
you truly ruined my track. I can't even remember the game I was going to talk about. I'm looking right at it, and I can't remember the name of the goddamn game. It's freaking.
80 Chronicles.
No,
the
it
first
was
Mage.
Oh my God, this is bothering me. So
Why don't you go over and
much.
look at
I'm
it?
going over and look at it. This is bothering me so much.
All right, so I'm going to start talking about my game, and then when he comes back, I'm just going to do a quick rundown here. So I got this game on the Switch. It's really, really cool. This is kind of nice, solo podcasting right now. Maybe I should do this more often. No. Okay, if you can hear that in the background, TJ's just throwing his N64 around. So yeah, I got this game. It's called Kona, and it's been out for a while, I'm pretty sure, but it just came out on the Switch, and I'm all about the Switch, and I talk about the Switch. No kidding, right? And it's like this mystery game that takes place in the 1970s in northern Canada. It's not really northern, but it's like all of Canada's northern. And it takes place in like Quebec, and it's pretty cool. And I've been playing it. I just started it, and I'm really liking it. It's very fun. TJ, you can weigh in now. I'm not actually solo podcasting. Okay, he doesn't want to weigh in. He's actually giving me like...
I want to see you do a full solo little thing on yourself.
He's
by yourself.
offended. He's offended. Well, that you
No,
just
I
ruined
wanna
the
see
solo
you-
thing.
I'm trying to like go this. I want to hear you do a full solo run.
Anyway,
I'm
so-
not going to chime in again.
And so, yeah, and you're this guy named Carl because you get to hear his name every 5 seconds because this is the one takeaway from this game, which everything about it is pretty good. It's a little clunky, but that's what to expect for a game that's sort of independent. It's still growing. They're still working on the bugs, but it's worth the money so far for what I've played. I'm like already like, yeah, I don't regret buying the game. So there's one thing to take away from this game, and there's a narrator who narrates you through the whole goddamn game, as I'm to understand, and he's already narrated like a quarter of somebody's life in the first 25 minutes I played of this game. And this is how he sounds. Carl knew what he was going to do next. He had to find his friend at this place. Oh no, Carl's truck is almost out of gas. He needed to stop for gas before his truck ran on fumes. And it's just like, some of it's unnecessary, but then there's some points where you're like, oh, what do I do next? And then the voice comes up and goes, Carl knew he had to head through this door. And you're kind of like, oh, thank God. Okay, yeah. And then I got to one point and I'm just like, I wonder if Carl can hear the voice too. because if he could hear the voice, he's probably thinking he's schizophrenic or something. And I was like, can you imagine just walking around and going like, Zach knew he had to jerk off right now, but he couldn't do it. There were too many people in the house. And I was just like, I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Who is that? Who are you? TJ's just like, where do you come up with this stuff? And anyways, this game is really good. If you have a narrator in your head narrating your life and telling you when to jerk off, you probably should go to a doctor. I know I'm going, for other reasons, not for the talking voice or the jerking off thing. I'm fine with that. I actually don't mind the voice. It kind of keeps me on my toes. I never. Oh, here it comes. But yeah, so it's called Kona, and check it out. I know it's on other consoles. It's not just on the Nintendo Switch. So if you've got an Xbox One, PS4, Steam, I'm pretty sure it's on all these consoles. It's worth it. It's only like $25 Canadian, so it's probably like $20 American if you're, a US listener. I don't know how much it costs in Australia, but I'm guessing it probably costs like $50 in Australia because I don't know what your economy's like. I'm not really into that kind of stuff. Anyways, check it out. It's really fun. This has been Caz. Now we're going back to two guys and a game.
So the game I was trying to think of.
I'm going to chime out.
No, please don't chime out.
No,
it's two guys.
I sound
when
horrible.
When you do it, it's funny. But when
okay.
I do it, it's not funny because I do a solo podcast a lot, so it's not funny.
Okay.
Anyway, my
see it?
friends.
I wanna see it.
So the game, I need to look at
me
it so
it.
I don't mess up the title because I keep messing it up.
want
So the
it.
game is Shadowgate 64 Trials of the Four Towers. And what the game is, you play as a halfling.
I have a game just like this.
And-
it's called Paper Mario, and it's got the label ripped on it too. Okay, sorry. Continue with your thing.
Now, maybe I should do this solo. No.
Yeah, you should.
See? Basically, it's a first-person, like, exploration and puzzle game, but there's no, like, combat in it or anything.
Yeah.
Which seems really interesting, but it's cool. Kaz is trying to put the N64 cartridge in his Switch. It's not working.
You don't know that.
But it's a really great game, and it's all exploration. Obviously, the controls are clunky as shit. It's painful.
Is there any like voice acting in it where they're like fatality?
No, they're just like,
so it's like Doom.
the guy like yells a lot, and there's ghosts and stuff, and it's pretty cool. And everything you pick up is something like for example, when you're locked in a dungeon cell when you start out, and you're just like, what did I use? And then the guy's like, oh, here's your food, and it's like a meat on like a bone. You
Sounds
eat
like
the meat,
Oblivion's opening.
and it's terrible. And then you use the bone to get out of your jail cell. So like it's just everything you pick up is something. It's pretty cool. I've never made it very far in the game. I've had it for a long time. But I figured I'd start playing it again, do like another run through of it.
Yeah.
And I've been enjoying it. Like it's really fun. It's challenging because it's outside the box thinking. Like you're like, okay, I'm in this library and I have to find a key. Where would a key be in a library? How about a book? Haha, just kidding. All the books you cannot open.
And they're actually killer demons.
Well, this thing too is like if there's any kind of combat stuff you come across, like you die.
What?
Yeah, because there's no combat. Like you have to like either sneak past someone or you have to.
So it's like Dark Souls, but without fighting things.
And then like after a while, you get out of this castle. And like I'm in this village now, and like it's cool. It's cool. It's a really cool game. If you guys are into old school games, you don't mind clunky as shit controls and stuff. Actually, you should check out Shadowgate.
Yeah, because nobody minds clunky as shit controls ever.
Yeah, I know, right? Totally not me.
Like that's not something that like totally bases like how you play a game.
haha.
All right, so I have a request from one of our motorized windblowers.
Yes, sir.
She has requested you do an impression, and you know this impression because we have discussed it, of somebody that she wants, that she knows you can do the impression, and she's really, really just like hoping that you will do that impression for her.
Yeah, he told me before we started recording who it is, and I mean I can do the impression quite well. I see. It's better if you can see it in person. But
Okay,
I
so
will
how
do the
about I
impression.
ask you questions and you just answer them like this person?
Okay, keep it within reason.
Can I ask you if you go to the gym?
You can definitely see the person who I do this impression of. They know I do this impression.
Yeah, they
of them,
know.
and they know I know how they would answer. So it's funny to me. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. So, hey, I'm getting the character.
All right.
How's it going, buddy? How you doing?
Yeah. So we really killed it in sales last night, eh?
Oh yeah, I was busy.
High five.
Busy.
Yeah, there we
I
go.
was busy, man. I was really busy.
Yeah.
But we got through it.
Yeah.
You gotta come in, and you need to be prepared for what's gonna happen. Okay. You need to know where to put your people. And you need to know what you need to do.
Are you going to the gym later?
Oh yeah, of course. I was already at the gym today.
No way.
But I did legs when I went to the gym. Okay. So I came home. I had a nice chicken and rice dish, really light on the salt and everything. So I'm going to go back to the gym. I'm probably going to work arms. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but I mean, yeah. I don't know if you noticed.
All right.
Why are you laughing?
I'm trying to think of another question. That's why I'm laughing.
Here's the thing about the new Godsmack song is it's different and it's unique, but it still gets me my pump. And it's really a good song. I love you, buddy. If you somehow hear this, I do that impression out of love.
That was pretty good. I can't do that impression. I work on it, but it's just kind of like
it is. He's a hard man to impersonate.
He is. He is a unique individual.
Yeah. And
I have a request from myself.
Okay, what's up?
I'm gonna actually you know what? I can't. There's no point in doing it because the voice is just essentially Morty. I was just gonna do another guy from work, but it's just Morty.
Well, just do like, have a request
how's it going?
For you.
How's it going? You know.
I have a request for you.
Hey
then.
TJ, how's it going? Yeah.
I have a request for you from me.
Yeah.
Do a Morty.
Do a Morty.
Just do a quick line of Morty. Just
like actual Morty?
Yeah, just do a line of Morty for me.
I, Morty Smith, invoke the right to choose every 1 in 10 Rick and Morty adventures. God fucking damn it, Morty. Ugh. Fine, I hate this stupid thing. Vindicator control ship, we have received your beacon. We're doing Vindicators too! Oh, geez, excellent. Morty, you might want to save some sperm.
Forgot about that part. Thank you for that. That was for me. That was for Hodder. Now, before we continue on with our topic today, I do believe okay, let me actually, before we start, let me put a halt on that real quick.
Yeah.
I would formally, on behalf of myself mainly, like to apologize for the lack of depth on the gaming news the last couple of weeks because I'm blaming myself for that. I apologize that they have not been up to snuff. We're sorry.
Sorry.
They have not been up to snuff, and I apologize. But I promise with you, my friends, right now, there is one piece of gaming news I have that I want to let you guys know about because it entails a game being released that has been confirmed.
So, this is gaming news.
Ready your shrinkers, everyone. It's now time for Hodder and Caz's Sexy News Report.
Usually I do it.
Yeah. But I did it.
Whatever, you did it this time.
Because it's my thing. This is my house.
Haha.
That's my guitar. Okay, he's going through his mind phase, everyone. This is my soundboard.
He's going through the my thing. Yeah, okay, all right. So, my friends, I don't know where I got that my friends thing from. I got a prog rocker. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Shadow of the Tomb Raider has been revealed with a release date for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. GameSpot.com reports, that's right, GameSpot.com reports, because that's how in-depth I'm going right now, that after numerous rumors and leaks, Square Enix finally has officially announced next Lara Croft game, and it will, of course, as said, be Shadow of the Tomb Raider. The company also announced the release date as September 14th, and it will come to the PS4, Xbox One, and PC all at once instead of just being on the Xbox One and then another thing or whatever the hell. It will all come at once. So that's really cool. I'm really excited about that. It should be a great game. It is going to be chronicling Lara Croft's defining moments as she becomes the Tomb Raider. So that should be very exciting. A full reveal of the project is dated for April 27th. So we should be getting video. We should be getting stuff up on the website. We should be getting hopefully a demo. If you guys want to check out the trailer teaser, it is on GameSpot.com. Definitely go ahead and check it out. Definitely very excited for this game.
I have some news too.
Is it a little more in-depth than our usual? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What's up, Cass?
So, this is also from GameSpot. This is where my source is. This is pretty cool on the Pokemon front for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I'm actually, I didn't know about this, and now I'm going to go home and do this. So, right now, if you know about, this is the year of legendaries for Pokemon, for one. So,
yes.
They're handing out every month this year, started in February, so February's over, obviously. They were handing out Dialga and Palkia, which are the legendary Pokemon from Diamond and Pearl. Oh. And this month they're handing out, I can't remember who they're handing out this month, but if you have a newsletter for Pokemon, like a Pokemon account off of Pokemon.com, they're giving you a code for one or the other of the legendaries. So what they do is basically they hand out two, and whatever game you have, you get one of them. So it's still implementing a trade with your friends. So if your friend's got like Ultra Sun and I've got Ultra Moon kind of thing, you trade the legendaries to get them on your Pokedex kind of deal. Mm-hmm. So it's still that way. So you can't get all of them unless, of course, you somehow got two codes each time and you have both versions of the game, and you have like, you know, and then you can cheat your way into getting them. But anyway, so that's not the point. Point is, so they're giving away these free legendaries every month for the whole year, which is really cool because like it's just giving people a chance to get all these nice legendaries that they haven't gotten or they've missed out on. And on top of that, what I've just found out is if you have Pokemon Bank, which is an amazing little application where you can transfer Pokemon pretty much from any game up to you can transfer them. Yeah, so but there's with
You're not going to transfer
exceptions.
my Hod Chop?
With exceptions. Yeah, if you had Pokemon Crystal on a 3DS, you can transfer your Pokemon from
not
Crystal.
on my phone.
Not on your
Ah,
phone.
shit, okay.
But it has to be like the 3DS versions of the game. So if you have red, yellow, blue, gold, silver, crystal, you can use Pokemon Bank and just be like, boop, 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 drop them in there. And the nice thing about it is they get their hidden ability. And their hidden abilities came out, was it Gen 5? Or, yeah, must have been Gen 5. Yeah, hidden abilities came out in Gen 5. And what hidden abilities are is, it's an ability that's like super freaking awesome. That just like makes these Pokemon even better, like, to battle with. Like usually their hidden ability is something just like crazy. Like Charizard has a hidden ability where like he can like something to do with sunlight heals him. Like if you have sunny day on, he heals himself or whatever kind of thing. Or yeah. So there's all these cool ones. Anyways, so I've just learned from Pokemon Bank though that the Pokemon Company is being nice. If you have Pokemon Bank on your 3DS, you can actually get 3 rare Pokemon. It's the final evolutions of all 3 of the starter Pokemon in Alola. So if there's anybody out there who's just like, you know, playing Pokemon and they don't really like know how to do the trading or whatever, or they haven't had the time to do the trading, and they want these like fully evolved final forms of the starters, they're on Pokemon Bank right now. And I think it just came out like today. They just announced it actually. So, and by today I mean the day we're recording the podcast. Obviously different from the day you'll be listening to the podcast.
Of course, yeah.
But yes, so this is on March 16th. They've announced this. And so, yeah, so go ahead and if you do have that, grab that because that's pretty cool. They usually do little gifts here and there, but for doing the 3 starter Pokemon, that's fun. I don't know if they have any special abilities here. It doesn't look like... They do. They come with their hidden abilities, so definitely get on that.
That's sick.
Freaking rare. Like, you want to get that. So, yeah, and if you don't have Pokemon Bank, I recommend you get it because if you're a huge Pokemon fan and you're playing the old generations, you're playing the new generations, and you're mixed in with all this Pokemon mania right now, get Pokemon Bank because I guarantee you're going to need it. And especially something that this is on another topic. It's not really gaming news, so I'll end the news segment there. This is just more of a hypothetical topic that I got into with Corey from work. We were talking again, and he kind of just posed a question. So shout out to Corey for posing this question because it actually was a good question. And it was, how do you think we're going to be able to trade Pokemon over to the Nintendo Switch when they come out with Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch, if they come out with Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch? And I said, it's easy. They already have the system set up. Pokemon Bank. And he looked at me and he was like, oh yeah, that's what they'll do. Like, that's all they have to do. Pokemon Bank is just a cloud. They just have to put it.
Yeah, from what I understand, right? That's what it is.
It's brilliant. And I didn't even think about it until he posed that question. And then it made my mind start firing off. And I was like, oh, man. So you definitely want to get Pokemon Bank is what I'm saying. If you don't have it, it's worth it. It's $5. It's a subscription. So it's $5 a year. That's it. It's just $5 a year.
So you actually have to pay for it, though?
Yes, because you can literally store up to like tens of thousands of Pokemon. So if you don't have any room left, not that you would never have any room left, but it's also just nice for transferring Pokemon up from older games. So if you want like to get your Pokedex filled, and let's say you want a Pokemon from Gen 4, then I can trade a Gen 4 Pokemon. I can transfer that up to Gen 5. Then from Gen 5, I can transfer it to the Pokemon Bank. And then from the Pokemon Bank, I can transfer it to Gen 6. And then with how it works with the older games like Gold, Silver, Crystal, those ones, like the Game Boy ones, you just go into Pokemon Bank, you choose which game you want to transfer from, and like let's say like on my 3DS, I have like 4 or 5 Pokemon games installed just on the actual hard disk of the thing. It lists all your games you want to transfer Pokemon from.
Really?
Then you just transfer them, you bring them up. So like if I wanted to bring, like let's say I want to restart my Pokemon Red one day and just play through it again, but I don't want to lose my Pokemon, I just transfer my Charizard up, transfer all of them up. They all get their hidden abilities. They're all kick-ass because they're freaking from Gen 1. And I've already done it.
Gen 1 is obviously far superior.
No. It's definitely not. I will fight every Gen 1er to the end.
Superior.
It is not. I'm sorry. I don't care if you're like, oh,
Well,
Gen 7.
sir, I am a Gen 1er.
I'll fight you.
But I don't know any better.
No. Gen 1ers are people who are basically like, I played Pokemon, and that's it, and that's all I care about. I played Pokemon once, and I don't like that they came out with
pretty much
Pokemon.
me.
Yeah, I don't care that they came out with this stupid Pokemon. Like, this Pokemon's dumb. They never had these kind of Pokemon in Gen 1. Q Voltorb. Literally a Pokeball with eyes. Yeah, no, they didn't have any stupid Pokemon in Gen 1. Yeah, no, they didn't. Q, just a regular bird. As opposed to a super awesome Firebird. Not that they had a Firebird in Gen 1. That's not really smart.
Yeah,
Moltres.
I was going to say, I don't know their names. You mean Hodtrays.
Well, they're all Mexican birds anyways. You know, right? They're all Mexicans. Artocuno, Zapdos, Moltres. Uno, dos, tres.
Cuatro.
See? Yeah, so anyways. So Pokemon Bank.
Okay, guys, so we're going to take a quick second to give a much-needed shout-out to our good friend, Mr. Jason Reese from Jaybird Digital Arts. Whether you guys need t-shirts, logos, business cards, phone manipulation, custom art, anything like that, Jason is your guy.
You've seen our logo. You've seen how awesome it is. Hit him up today by going to www.jaybird.digitalarts.com. That is JAYBIRD digitalarts.com. Go there right now.
Right now, guys. Just pause the podcast.
Jaybird Digital Arts.
Digital Arts. So, cue our topic today, as you saw in the title of the podcast. I don't know why I'm singing again. What were you queuing me up for?
I just went down. It's from Twilight Princess when the mailman hands you the mail and he does that little item thing, but he sings it himself. He's like,
oh yeah. He's like, I thought he would like, la, 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 la. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh,
anyway,
does,
that's relevant. Totally irrelevant topic. I don't know what that was.
Okay.
But yeah, so Super Smash Bros. Switch. I think that's what they're calling it right now.
SSBS.
Super Smash bullshit.
SSBS is going to be one of the new hottest games. Yeah, I know.
I call BS.
I'm
Get
gonna
it?
I'm gonna go play BS right now. What's that? Brothers Switch? No, see, it doesn't work.
Brothers
It'd be
Switch.
SBS.
SBS.
Smash BS.
Smash BS. I saw
Smash
that. That
Brothers
was epic.
Switch. I did not see that coming when I said it. When I was trying to abbreviate it, and then after I said it, it was just like SBS.
But we talked a
SSBS.
little bit last week about a couple things we do want.
But we didn't talk enough about it.
Yeah, we really didn't. And there's a bunch of things
like,
I want.
we have to get through the topic.
And I wanted to get through all of them. Now I'm kind of like, man, we should have just talked about it. I'm like, no, screw it. We're doing that this week because Smash Bros. Are still totally relevant right now and what's going on in the
It's
world
never
around us.
not relevant. Okay.
And also, someone said they wanted to hear us talk more about it.
Yeah. He's like a huge fan.
Yeah, he listens to every single one of our shows.
Yeah, against his will.
Haha. I have him chained in the basement as we speak. Anyway. No, but
If Brandon were here, it'd be, ha-ha! Ha-ha! No, you did it too deep. It's got to be more, ha-ha! There you go. That's it.
there we go.
Yeah.
We don't
so-
even need him anymore. That's why it's funny. Anyway, so we were talking last week about it, and you, Caz, said that you would like to see one specific thing from it.
Yes.
And I really want to hear you go off on a little bit more because I don't have a whole lot of experience with Brawl.
Okay.
Obviously, I played it.
Well, their tagline was "The Brawl to End Them All." So that should just put you in a perspective.
I know there was like that.
They were like, "We are going to stop making Smash Bros. Games right after this one, essay." Here's the Wii U. Now we're going to make it for 3DS, even though we just said it was the Brawl to End Them All, and we're going to introduce more characters. Why are they Mexican? They should be Japanese.
Oh yeah, Sensei.
Oh, we should have stopped making a Smash Bros.
That wasn't even. I don't even know what that was. We should have stopped making a Smash Bros.
No, we should.
That was like Italian.
No, we should have stopped making the Smash Bros. That's.
We say that respectfully.
Arigato. Anyway,
Arigato, Mr. Ripple.
so yeah, this is Smash Bros. Like 5, if you really look at it. But I don't even know if they number it like that, unless you want to count it like Smash Bros. Then Smash Bros. Melee, then Smash Bros. Brawl. That was SSBB. It's about time for a BS.
It's about time.
Because then there was SSB 3DS, and then there was SSB Wii U.
I don't even remember the Wii U one.
I have it. It's amazing.
I really don't even remember like playing it at all.
It's so much fun. Because the guy's all like, choose your character. And it's like, Crapping Falcon. Charizard. Greninja. He always like has like the seductive ones that he says. Like, you know, like I love the announcer for him. Like he's been through all of the games, right? Like he's never not been in the game. So I'm excited to hear when he like announces like freaking
Super Smash Bros.
What are the squid kids called? Like, do we know their actual name? I haven't played Splatoon. Are they Inklings or?
Yeah, they're the Inklings.
Is that what they're called?
The Inklings.
So it'll be like Inkling, and you'll be like, Inkling what? What are you inklinging? No, I'm just
What are you imploring?
catharsis.
Makes no sense in context at all. But anyway,
Gene Simmons from Kiss.
you didn't do it right.
No, because I'm doing it in his voice.
No, he would go Gene Simmons from Kiss.
Okay.
You have to have the pause, or else it doesn't work.
Hodder.
Mine would be really boring.
Hodder. You know when you click on the thing and you
Hodder.
Cazador Jones the fourth. Wait, why do you have a cool one?
He'd be like Cazador Jones.
Cazador Jones. And then it'd be like Brandon Bowden. Yeah, we have fun.
Frog
here, two guys in the
Rocker.
game.
Dark Runner. Justin Aldred.
Boy Stick.
Boy Stick. Craig.
Oh man, don't even get me started on that. I have like a list of people in my life that I could make a Smash Bros game about. It would be too much
Totally
fun.
good.
Yeah,
You totally could. But you were talking more specifically about something that you wanted to see come over from.
Well,
those other
yes.
games.
So the Subspace Emissary, which I talked about last week, was this amazing, fun little integration of a story mode into the game, and I
Like a
want to
legit
say
story.
I want to say you could unlock characters to it.
I feel like you could.
I think you could, and it was so much fun because you're just like it was all the bad guys in the game at first, and they're coming around and they're turning people into statues.
Yeah.
Like amiibos. Like, literally, they were turning people into amiibos. Like, the bad guy was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to make amiibos. So, like, Nintendo's kind of, like, done that now. So I'm wondering if they, like, thought that was a good
Are
idea.
Nintendo evil now?
Is Nintendo the bad guy? Anyway,
Turning heel.
So basically, they're like, let's go turn everyone into amiibos. So it starts off and you're in a brawl, like a fight, like an arena match with Kirby and Mario. And you get to pick which character you want to be. And depending on who you pick, starts to drive the story. So people will turn into statues based on
So
who
if
you
you're Mario,
choose.
obviously they'll turn your people into.
Yeah, and then it does that all the time. Like, as you'll go through the story, but it's so cool because the cutscenes were awesome.
They were.
And it was just like, it made you feel like the sense of like Smash Bros. Like they're all one universe. And like, I just remember one of the ones that gave me chills was the Earthbound and Pokemon mashup. And it starts off with like Ness and Lucas is like kind of like oh, he's like kind of a, what's the word? He's timid. He's a very timid.
Yeah, he's a very
kid.
timid
And
person.
Ness shows up. He's all like, "Hey, what's up? I can read your mind, bitch. I'm gonna kill everything in the way." And then he gets turned into a statue. And then they're all like, and then Lucas is like, "Oh no, I don't know what to do." And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you just hear this, and a Squirtle pops out. It's like Squirtle, squirt, and it's just like, And the Pokemon trainer's there, and it's red, and you're just like, oh my god, this is so cool. Yeah, and I remember just being like, oh, I'm like, Pokemon trainer.
That was a really cool character.
That was such a great character. And like they've kind of just been like, they've taken that away because they're like, well, Charizard is the only relevant one, really.
Yeah.
Like, it was fun, but they've added in like all the other characters too. Like, you can still play as Pikachu, and they have like the diversity of Pokemon now. Like, you don't need, they've created so many fighting type characters that are just playable. But yeah, no, so I just remember like all these cutscenes, and it was just so much fun. And like, especially with Pokemon Trainer, like you cut away and then you go over to like Mario and Link, and they're working together, and like Link and Mario get into like a heated battle right at the beginning because like one of their princesses is turned into a statue. So you see Link, and he'll run over and he'll try to stab Mario with the Master Sword. Like, he jumps up in the air and does like a down A smash, or if it's like, or if it's the other way around, it's Mario and he sees Peach in the thing and he thinks that Link is like working with the bad guy, and Mario just like runs, he just bolts it, and he jumps in the air and he just comes down with his fist, he smashes the ground, and I'm just like, oh, there's such like this heavy essence of story, and like they worked so hard on these cutscenes, and it's so much fun just seeing all your favorite Nintendo characters just like
interacting in the same universe.
And so and they keep going, and you meet up, and you eventually, like, you have to fight the bad guys, and by the time you get to, like, the end, you have this, like, full roster of people in the story mode you can pick from. Or, like, even Captain Falcon's entrance was the best entrance in the game. I don't know, like, have you ever seen it?
I haven't.
Okay,
no.
so it's like, it's the Pikmin, Olimar with his Pikmin. And she's just like sitting there, and they're just like do 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 do, and like everything, and then all of a sudden it cuts to Captain Falcon's like do 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 do, and it's just like, and they're just kind of chilling, and then all of a sudden Captain Falcon just like, he's just like yes, and he launches himself out of the freaking Blue Falcon, and it comes to a halt, and then he's like, he punches the bad guys, and then as he kills everything, he kills all the Pikmin as well, and he lands like his stance like this though, his arms are out, and he's like, he's on one knee, and he's like yes, and then he's just like, he smiles, and Olimar's just like. You killed all my fucking Pikmin, you asshole.
You dick.
And see, that's the kind of stuff that you miss, right? Like,
yeah.
Like Pikachu got to stare at Samus's butt. That was really cool. Zero through Samus's butt, and like they got to work together. And like, yeah, like I said, there's just like all this integration of like, let's bring all of our mashup together. Let's make this really fun. And they haven't done it since, and I don't know why. Maybe it took a lot of effort on their part.
It was a lot of work.
Oh, for sure. But it was so much fun. And like it also gave people who didn't want to just like Smash all the time something to do.
Haha.
Like, no, not like that. Like actually like Smash Brothers Brawl. Like I remember
the same thing too.
Like I love classic mode. Just going through the ranks,
So do
knocking
I,
people
yeah.
out. That's always fun. And they've kind of like ruined it in a sense with Smash Bros on the Wii U. In my opinion, it's not the same because like I like classic mode where it's just like linear and you just like you're like versus Captain Falcon or versus Leek Soup. So
versus Leek Soup.
Because that's what it sounds like in the original Smash Brothers. It's like versus Leek, and you're like, you mean Link? And that's actually this is a funny story. Since we're on the topic of Smash Bros.
Funny story.
When I was a kid, I didn't know Link's name was Link until I played Smash Brothers. That is the truth.
His name was Lonk.
No, I thought I didn't know what his name was. I knew it wasn't Zelda. That I was aware of because I wasn't a dumbass.
Well, because you played Ocarina of Time before?
I played Ocarina of Time before that, but I never named him. I just named him Zach.
So then, yeah, how you wouldn't know? That's not
Nobody
your fault.
knew because they didn't do it like nowadays. When you get a game and you start it up, it's a Zelda game. They just put the name in, right? It's like his name's Link. But I never knew.
I
that
think
was
they
his
did it
name.
on Ocarina of Time.
Huh? No,
sure
they
they did.
didn't. They didn't do it in
they
the
not?
original
Oh, okay.
Ocarina because I would have just named him Link.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
I never knew his name was Link, and that's one because I never played Link's Adventure, like Zelda 2 Link's Adventure.
Uh-huh.
But I just didn't know until Smash Bros. Came out. And then when Smash Bros. Came out, I was like, Link? Who's this Link guy?
Who's this Lonk guy?
Who's Link?
He's his brother.
and then that's when I found out his name was Link, and I was just like, why is his name Link? I don't get it. I just don't get it.
It does not compute.
Is he the missing Link? No, 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 no.
But
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, so yeah.
anyway, but as far as like a story mode from SSBS,
Yes.
or just BS as we're gonna call it from now on.
SBS, we have
is
to
there?
call it that.
Would you want it just basically to obviously be similar in a sense, but then like, is there anything you'd want to change from it for the Switch necessarily?
Well, what I would like to see is I would love it if, like, because they put challenges in it, and challenges are just like the story mode essentially. But I think the whole thing that ties it together is just the cutscenes. Like, it's honestly, like, I get it. It's probably a lot of work, but those cutscenes were just amazing. Like, they just made it. Like, I love that experience of, like, feeling like you're actually, like, watching. It gives them personality. It's not just like you picking a character and then going, oh, yeah, I'm going to pick Captain Falcon because it's over. It's so good. And he says, show me your boobs every 5 seconds. Like, no.
Show
Or,
me
like,
your boobs.
No, like, it actually brought, like, a sense of, like, these characters are real. They're interacting with each other. That was what was awesome about it. That's all you really wanted from the game, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And, like, not that I don't love just, like, picking Donkey Kong and just being, like, ground pounding everything. all
Ground
the time.
pounding, spam the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Wreck everything.
Or picking Falco because he prefers the air. Yeah, that was another fun thing. I don't actually remember Falco's entrance in that game. I'd have to go back and watch it because Falco's entrance is probably freaking awesome. He's probably like, air, preferred.
He just lands. He's like, haha, I prefer the air. Yeah. But so definitely as far as a story mode, that's something that I think that we can both agree that we would love to see.
I would love to see it, but it's probably not going to happen just because Smash is just so competitive now. It's such a competitive game. It's not really like, I can't see them going and being like, hey, let's make a Subspace Emissary 2. That'd be really fun. Like, I mean, it'd be great. And I think they could do it. And I think it'd be awesome if they made like, in the sense where now they're bringing all the characters, they're stepping them up. Like they've advanced in life even more. Like Mario's advanced, Link's now more advanced. Like he's got like all these. Like, I just can't wait to see what they're gonna do with all the updated characters and everything.
It'll be cool.
Yeah.
But speaking of characters,
Getting
of
into
course,
characters, yeah.
I know me personally. There are a few characters I would love to see, and there's one thing I'm going to save to the end, something that I'd really love to see.
Okay.
Because I feel like characters are the more exciting part
Yeah.
of it.
Well, characters are always the hype, right? It's like, who are they going to announce? Who's going to not be in the game now? Like,
Yeah,
because
of
that's what they can take people from the roster now. So that's where a lot of people are going to get a little, ooh, shaky.
I can't believe you took this person.
Can't believe you took Marth, Roy, Lucina, and all the Fire Emblem characters out.
Well, they're definitely gonna include some Fire Emblem characters. They have to. Probably some new ones.
They already
yeah.
do. In the Wii U, they have like 17 Fire Emblem characters. Okay, that's an exaggeration.
That's
And
a
I
bit
use
of an
like
exaggeration.
3 of them. So don't get me wrong. Like, Lucina is my main.
I love Ike. I loved Ike in Brawl.
Yeah, Ike's
much as I
pretty,
played it, yeah.
pretty stupid. No, just joking.
He's pretty stupid.
He's pretty much like,
Those
I'm
are-
a big sword. I'm not compensating for anything.
Anyway, a few moments later. So, a couple of characters I definitely want to see. I have one that I'm saving for the very end because we did actually talk about this person last week, but I
Spider-Man.
have it a little bit more figured out. They're all
I told him Spider-Man can't be in the game, and he still thinks he can. Okay, guys, let's just listen to him. Okay,
Oh,
go.
Punky.
Let's start off the character.
You
I
have
want to
a
hear
dog
you.
named
You always take
Brandon.
so long to get to the character thing.
you interrupted me.
bitch, you little whiny bitch. I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Anyway, so the first character, I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So why they haven't had this guy in yet, and it's Waluigi.
Waluigi.
Wah! I love Waluigi. I always play as him, and I play Mario Kart or anything like that. I always play as Waluigi.
He doesn't even fit in the cart most of the time.
Yeah, I know. That's
His
what's
legs
hilarious
are
about
up to
it.
his like tits.
Yeah, that's what's hilarious about it. But just having that sassy, self-hating bugger would be hilarious.
I know, he's actually almost like more evil than Wario.
And that's the thing about it.
That's
is
the funny thing,
He's
right?
like
'Cause
an
they're
evil
polar
inkling.
opposites, right? So yeah, that is funny.
I don't really have any ideas for him as far as like moves and everything like that. But I mean, it'd be like, why is that so funny?
No, I just thought of something because I was thinking of how like, okay, this is a tangent, and I apologize in
Christ.
advance, but it's just because you're talking about Waluigi and it's just Wario and how they came up with Wario and Mario. They just flipped the M, right?
Well, yeah.
So it makes me think of the SpongeBob episode where they get the Mermaid Man belt, and he goes, "Well, that's the problem. You have it set to M for miniaturize. You got to set it to W for Wumbo." It's just like, Wumbo? It's just like, yeah, you know. What's Wumbo? Oh my god, you don't know what Wumbo is? I Wumbo, you Wumbo, he, she, me, Wumbo. Let's go Wumboing together. Come on, SpongeBob, this is first grade stuff. And it just made me think of that, and it's one of my favorite Patrick lines because he just goes off and he makes up Wumbo. So that's what we're talking about now. We're gonna say things are Wumbo. Did you go Wumboing last week? Okay, so you want to see Waluigi because you love him, you feel he's underrated, and go.
I want you to sit with that for a while. Is that bro with you? Aha. Okay. If I can now continue my
I'm not gonna
thought
talk
process
anymore.
No, I want you
Time.
to talk. That was just the stupidest tangent you've ever gone on.
I'm sorry, I just thought of it because I was thinking. Okay,
That was
Go,
quite
go, go,
funny.
go, go,
Is
go.
that Wombo? That was actually quite. I applaud you. That was quite funny. I don't really have any ideas for moves for Waluigi because like it's Waluigi. Like we've never really seen him like.
I think be unique.
So I don't have any Final Smash ideas for
I think
him
he
or
should be able to
anything.
jump really high, like spring. Like his knee should be like. Boing!
That'd be a no-brainer.
Wow, make a good spring sound.
He has some kick sounds and stuff like that, and like. But I just think it's a no-brainer. Like Warrior's going to be in the game, I'm sure.
Yeah, man, farting it up.
Yeah, it's great.
Fart Lord.
Fat Lord Wario. But I think that's something that I would like to see is Waluigi be included.
That'd be cool,
I think that's a no-brainer.
but I can't see them actually adding it.
Yeah, I feel like they're probably not going to for whatever reason, but they definitely should.
Yeah, it's like I can see your reasoning, but I see he's almost like he's more of that character that they can throw into Mario Kart, not like Smash Bros. Like Mario Kart's just like here's Mario Kart, it's Mario stuff, but we're gonna put Link in it and the Inklings, and we're gonna just add Captain Falcon, and we're just gonna put everybody in this game, but
Except for Waluigi.
except for we're taking Waluigi out. No, but yeah, like that's
Fuck
a cool
Waluigi.
idea,
Excuse me. Another character I want to see is I want to see them bring back Starwolf.
though. Okay.
And I don't really have a lot of reasoning for it. I just love how he was in Brawl. Nothing new or fancy. Don't update him or anything like that. Just bring him back.
Well, that would be.
because I love playing.
That could
as
be a
him.
problem though, because like that's the whole point. Like they update their characters every game,
like
right?
update the way he looks.
We would need to integrate the moveset. So you're okay with like at least them integrating a newer moveset.
All I
to
want
it.
from my Starwolf is he's basically he was like a slightly slower version of Fox and Falco.
Yes.
Slightly more
And he
powerful.
had a different, he was like a different arc. Yeah. I know.
Slightly more powerful, but he was still faster than the average character.
Yeah.
But he was just not as fast as Fox and Falco. And I just loved playing as him personally.
Oh yeah, he was fun. I could never master him. He was too much of a tactical disadvantage. So I stuck to the air. I didn't stick to the ground.
Stuck to the air.
Because foxes and wolves are on the ground, and Falco prefers the air.
And just, he has his blaster. His final smash could be like his ships or something, like just
Yeah.
nothing fancy. But I think he'd be someone who should definitely be brought back. And I've seen that a few times. When I was kind of thinking of characters, I was like, who else has some stuff they want to see? And none of the characters on the list I found I wanted to even include except for Starwolf.
That'd be cool.
So I thought that would be a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Are there any characters aside from the ones we talked about last week that you want to see included in the game?
Well, I can get more in depth with it. Like, I think it'd be really cool if Nintendo could just be like, "Hey, Tectonic Games, you come to me, you give me ukulele, okay? We put them in our game, and then we make them more popular so you can make more ukulele game." I don't know what I was doing there.
That could be cool.
But I would like to see Yuka and Lele in the game. Like, I think that'd be really fun, just having ukulele, and then and they already have their moveset because of you just take their moves from the game. Just boop.
And those are the easiest characters to integrate.
Yeah, seriously, like why wouldn't you? And it's not like they took Solid Snake, and Solid Snake was like Sony's big thing forever, and then they were like, "Can we just, you don't mind if we just throw it in the game?" No problem. Do you mind if we take Mega Man and we're just gonna put him in the game, and Pac-Man, and we're just gonna do? You okay with that? Yeah, that's fine. That's like the whole thing. If you know that they can get the rights and they can integrate these games, then I would really like to see that kind of stuff happen. Like, I would like to see, like, what's another one? Like, we were talking about, like, putting the Dovahkiin in. Like, that'd be something that would be funny.
And I have some stuff on him that I was, like, thinking of.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Like, if they put him in, like, they don't even have to make it, like, specific. They just put him in as, like, a fun little character. And,
Well, the thing is, like, I know it's a bit of a pipe dream to have Dovahkiin in the game, but, like, just imagine how cool it would be and how, at the end of the day, how easy it would actually be to create this guy's moveset. Because you could have it really, because I have two ways it can go. It can go really basic, where he's just your standard Dovahkiin, sword and shield, really, really basic. Special abilities, his B move is he just does a quick shout.
Or he could even just use his, like, hand magic, like lightning bolt.
Yeah, his side B is like a lightning bolt attack
He can
and
do
magic
fire
and stuff.
and everything, and
Yeah.
he's got his bow like Link. He could
His
just
bow
be
is
like
like
a
his-
clone of Link,
Yeah.
essentially.
Essentially, you take Link and like all the sword characters and just make them, have him be based on those, change it up a bit, and then
he would
obviously
be called Dragonborn.
Dun, 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 dun.
That'd be cool, eh? Dragonborn.
Yeah, I feel like they'd have to call him
That's
Dragonborn.
what you call him, yeah.
Or the other idea I had for Dovahkiin is he can go in a whole opposite way, and this would be way more like intense.
This would be like Street
but
Fighter
I know they've done it
4
before. I can't remember the name of the character they did this with, but have like different weapon stances and stuff that he can use. So, for example, instead of having a down B move, say you start out and your normal thing is you start out medium attack style where you have
Shulk.
either
You're thinking about Shulk.
yeah you have
how you can change
who.
Shulk. He's like, you can change like his ability. Like his B is just like you can focus him into different areas. So like if you want him to be faster, you press B until it reads speed, and then Shulk is like, he's a whip. He's really fast, but he's like a lightweight. And then like you can do jump. So you want to jump higher as Shulk, and he's a really tactical character. Like he's very like.
That's how I
tactical.
picture this. Like,
Shulk is from Xenoblade Chronicles.
oh, that's why I don't know who the name is then. Okay, but like say for example with Dovahkiin, when you start out the game, you come in, haha, you're Dovahkiin, right on. He has his sword and shield, and that's his like medium level. He's not too fast, but he's not too slow. Good attacks, good defense mainly. He's the more defensive player. He's the more easier one to play as. Then you press down B or whatever. You transfer into the full heavyweight style, slow but very powerful Dovahkiin with a big battle axe.
Okay.
And you just wreck everything in your path. But then, obviously, you have barely any defensive capabilities. Obviously. And then, the more kind of weird idea, you have the ultra-fast Dovahkiin who uses strictly a bow and a dagger.
And
or
Dark
just a
Brotherhood
dagger.
armor.
Yeah. You can, and then it can also transfer the way you look. If you really, like you can, when you or you can even... No, that'd be too much. I would say you can pick which Dovahkiin you want to be before you go on. That's too much work. Anyway.
Well, you could just change the skin. Be
Well,
a
like,
female
you
one
change your skin in that. You can do all, it would be, because Skyrim is coming to, well, it's not coming to, it's already on the Switch.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
You just can't find it anywhere. I went to try and buy it yesterday. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to buy Skyrim.
It would just be such a cool thing, having like the three different types of it. And then obviously, everyone loves to hear about the Final Smash and stuff like that. Obviously, I think it'd be pretty simple idea. He calls down a dragon as his Final Smash, and it just wrecks everything. Really simple.
And then
Don't
that
have to go
opens
over
up
the top.
like maps too. You could have fun little maps with Skyrim. You know.
You can have like Whiterun, and it's like the battlefield Whiterun.
Yeah.
Even if he only has one map, that's all he needs.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be a lot of fun. I'd love to see Dovahkiin. One character, the last character I really wanted to talk about is one that I think is a marketing no-brainer. And honestly, if they don't include this character after how much hype they've done for this series that's coming to the Switch, I think they've missed the boat. I really do. Because it'd be an easy character to include, and that's Crash Bandicoot. Like, I'm sure there might be issues with rights. I'm sure I understand that. But if they're having the rights to put it on the Switch, you think whoever owns the rights to Crash, which I'm assuming is Sony,
Yeah, it's gonna
they would be like, let's do this. Like they did it with Snake. Why not with him? Because obviously with the Insane Trilogy coming, I think it would just be a painfully obvious thing to do.
Yes.
Market the game. His attacks would be so easy.
Yeah,
Spin
for
attacks, he punches, he throws fruit at people and shit like that. Really basic. He'd obviously be a fast character.
Yeah.
Lots of jumping and stuff. But then, the skill behind him you have to use is obviously because he's fully attack pretty much.
Yeah.
I can't see him being a defensive style playing character. But it could be fun. Final Smash, really simply, he puts on a golden Aku mask and just wrecks everything. He just starts spinning and just wrecks everything in his path.
It's kind of like Supersonic.
Kind of the same idea, but like...
You're too slow.
Then he just wrecks everything in his path. I don't know what he says, but he just wrecks everything in his path.
Silly Bowser.
So, yeah.
Tears are for queers. That's from Smash. What's it called? Somebody who made fun of the Smash Brothers Brawl taunts. That's what it is. It's a video. It's funny.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll show it to you later. It's like
Cute.
these guys, they animated it. It used to be really funny when I was a kid. It's not as funny now because I'm like more mature and I have more vulgar humor in my system. But it was funny because it was like there's one where it's just like what is it? Like Zelda uses her fireball and Yoshi goes, "Oh, fireballs, yum!" And then Zelda's like, "Oh, great, another useless character." And just like they kind of just bash on everything.
She's so sassy.
Yeah. Then there's all this stuff. It's just like, yeah, they just make fun of like basically Super Smash Bros. Brawl and all this other stuff. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, I'll show you it later. It's funny.
But the final thing that I want to discuss, or the final character rather, that I want to talk about, that I'm like super excited. When you think of Nintendo, there's a bunch of characters you obviously think of.
Right.
You think of your Marios and your Links and your Kirby's.
Your
Am I
Paper
missing
Marios
anyone?
and your Paper Luigi's and your Paper Bowser and your Paper Peach and your
Paper Mario would be another cool one to add.
Yeah.
And it would.
I just wanted to mention that if
Yeah.
you couldn't tell. But yeah, go on.
He'd be a cool character. He
Yeah.
really would, because like there's so many things he could do.
Yeah.
Final Smash would be fun. Be
Yeah,
a
it
fun
would.
character. But I feel like they need to release another Paper Mario before we do that.
Actual Paper Mario though.
a
not
real
like
a good one.
Colors Book.
Because the latest edition of Paper Mario is not good enough, in my opinion, to base him off of that, and that's what they would do.
Yeah.
However, one character that I feel always gets left out when talking about Nintendo is Donkey Kong.
Yes.
Donkey Kong 64, even just from the standpoint of that, it was such a huge game for them, and the Donkey Kongs before that, Donkey Kong Country and that, were all such big games for the Nintendo. Now, we've seen Mario have his rivals.
Yes.
Bowser, of course. We've seen Link have his rival Ganondorf in the game. Hell, we've seen Kirby have his rival in the game.
Both of his
and Meta Knight.
rivals.
But who has been left out? Donkey Kong and his arch nemesis, King Motherfucking K. Rool. Okay?
Yeah.
King K. Rool in Super Smash Bros. Switch, I think, is a no-brainer.
Yes.
He'd be a big, huge heavyweight character. Basic brawl moveset, nothing spectacular.
No,
because he's kind of a loser character.
Yeah,
Like,
he is. He's made fun of and
like he's kind of a loser, and like he kind of almost not be a joke character, because he's one of those guys who you'd have to put a lot of work in to get good with.
yeah.
Because he'd have barely like it'd be hard to think of moves for him, because like how would he like have a recovery move? What would his recovery move be?
He just have to like do a really bad up B. That's all.
Yeah.
Just like Little Mac. Little Mac.
He'd just like grab on this up, but he'd be a big character.
Yeah.
Because he's a big character in the games. I think it would just be hilarious. He could have all the different types of skins in his head, but like his main skin obviously is him with his crown and everything.
And his cape.
And his cape.
And he's naked.
And he'd be a hilarious character. It'd be so good. And then obviously we were talking about Final Smashes earlier.
Yes.
Of course. From us being the Donkey Kong 64 guys.
Yeah.
I would love to see.
Well, that's where King K. Rool's got most of his love for,
Yeah.
anyways, right? Like, you don't see anything else with him in it now.
And I feel like he'd be such a cool character, mainly for that reason, because I'm such a big fan of that game.
Yeah.
So, ends off, curtain comes down, comes up, he's there, he's saying, oh, thank you, ha, 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 ha. And then he just starts punching people.
With his boxing gloves on.
And that's it. And it goes like that first person view almost. It's like over the shoulder. And he's like, I'm looking at the stage, and he just goes, ha, and he just punches everyone and one KOs them all.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Or he can
Nothing
throw his
fancy.
boxing gloves or whatever.
Or like I was also thinking you could have the ship when they all become pirates.
Yeah.
And they all pull up and he's like, "Wah!" And they shoot cannonballs at everyone.
Or like you could have him where he's got a light fixture falls on his head, and he's just running around the stage rampantly, just hitting you, and it just does damage to you the whole time. That'd be funny.
That'd be hilarious.
That was like one of my favorite parts when he gets the light stuck on his head in that battle.
So good. But like, wouldn't that he'd be a fun character?
Yeah, he would be good.
I think that's something that
he's underrated, but yeah, it'd be nice to bring him back and kind of give Donkey Kong his rival in the game.
And I mean, I would also like to see a new Donkey Kong game for the Switch too, eventually.
Yeah.
But that's another topic for another time because I think that would be a no-brainer if they're planning on doing a new Donkey Kong game.
Yeah.
Bring back K. Rool, have him in the game.
Make a 3D platformer.
Make a good 3D platformer.
Collect the gold bananas again.
Yeah, really simple.
Oh, banana.
Oh, banana. That's just my thoughts. I think he'd be a cool character.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we always need more like bad guys and like big heavyweight bad guys.
Yep.
I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Yep.
Because I don't know if they're going to include Ganondorf in this one.
I think they will. They
I
can't
hope so.
not include Ganondorf.
Because they can't update him.
Yeah, they can. He's just going to stand in the field. He's going to be a giant pig standing in the field. They could they don't have to update Ganon. That's just like they don't have to update Zelda. If they update Zelda, they're just going to go the wrong way. Zelda needs to stay the same. Breath of the Wild Link works because you can update him. But Zelda, you don't have to update. Zelda is just keep her Twilight Princess, man. They didn't update her for Skyward Sword. They kept Zelda the same. They're not going to update her just because.
Fair enough.
They're not going to update Ganon. They might update his Final Smash where he becomes Calamity.
Haha.
Chlamydia Ganon.
He just becomes Chlamydia again and he goes like, because he was a cool boss. Like,
Yeah.
The fight may not have been that exciting, but as a Final Smash, if he just turned into that,
just
it'd be a call out to
Yeah.
that. It'd be a call out to the new game, so it'd be acceptable.
And then all Zelda's Final Smash has to be is her bending over and Link going,
and
She's like, oh, look, it's the Silent Princess. Oh, they don't grow anymore. And then that's her Final Smash. It doesn't do anything. She just bends over.
she just bends over and sticks her ass in your face, and then your eyes just like melt out of your socket because it's so.
And
glorious.
you lose a life instantly. Or no, you just go flying off the stage. It just gets like, it's like, you know how Jigglypuff's down B's like, that's what she do. She just does her Final Smash. And if Mario's there, it'd just be like, she'd bend over to pick it up, and he'd be like, what?
It's too glorious to look at.
Pretty much.
Haha. So yeah, those are some of our thoughts on what we want in Super Smash Bros. Mainly characters we want in Super Smash Bros. Let's be honest. But is there anything else you want to cover Super Smash Bros. Today, Cass? Any other thoughts? No. No other characters you can think of you want to include?
Me? Yeah. There's tons. I mean,
I feel like we could literally go for another hour.
yeah,
just talking
like
about
I mean, like
characters.
I don't think Captain Falcon, like F-Zero, gets enough characters added in. Like I feel like they should add characters for him. I mean, on the spectrum of Pokemon, they could literally just make a game called Pokemon Fighting Brawl or something, and you could have a roster of all Pokemon.
It'd be cool.
But it's all just, I think whatever they come out with, their last roster wasn't bad, and their DLC characters were amazing for what they added in. They brought Cloud in from Final Fantasy VII. They brought Bayonetta in. So I'm looking forward to seeing these characters just making their return. Like Bayonetta should have just been in the game right from the get-go.
Yeah, she's a no-brainer.
Nintendo, come
Yeah.
on, like, and having Cloud in there, that was nice. They pay some homage to Final Fantasy. Yeah, so I'm excited to see where they'll go with it. I'll be kind of sad to see if they actually remove certain characters, but there's certain characters that are just like, they're veterans, and you just can't take staples out.
Yeah, of course. But there's
because
definitely
everybody
games
was nervous that when Super Smash Bros. For Wii U came out, that Captain Falcon wasn't going to be in it. And I was like, nah, he'll be in it. And my friend was like, he hasn't been announced yet. I'm like, no. If they take Captain Falcon out of the game, they take the game out of Captain
Falcon is literally a huge part of that.
He's like a superhero that doesn't know his limits. And he kills everything with his kicks of justice and his punches of justice.
And he's all like, show me your boobs. I mean moves.
And he's got golden nipples. Don't forget about the gold nipples.
Golden nipples.
2008 gold nipples.
Hashtag golden nipples. Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I can't like see them removing any of our staple characters, but I am nervous about it because they very well could be like, you know what? Let's shake it up a bit. Let's
get rid of Mario.
Let's take Mario out of the game and just replace him with Waluigi. And
that would make me so happy. No, piss off.
Let's take Bowser out of the game and just put Bowser Jr. in.
Like,
he was
see,
already in
even
the
that would
game.
be-
He's
okay,
already in the
I
game.
don't know.
Yeah. Calm down there. Calm down
I'm all
there.
excited for a minute.
You're like, oh, I'd love to see Baby Bowser in the game. TJ, he's already in the game. Fuck you! What? Cut! I hate this bullshit. You're supposed to tell me this shit.
Anyway, I do believe it is now time for some shout-outs.
Yes.
Shoutouts initiating.
Obviously, I want to give a shout-out to all the Podbeard Network.
Including me.
Including Caz. Kazeth Thor Jones the Fifth. Of course, our boys over the Australian Show, Stick and Craig.
Who are those guys? I don't even know
Some
them.
guys.
anymore.
There's just some guys. I don't know. Shout out to aboard Dark Runner, as well as to Prague Rock Air, the producer, Brandon Bowden, and that Hodder Show guy's a dick though, so fuck him. Obviously, want to give a shout out to Josh from the Still Loading podcast. He had a really fun episode there the other day about the Punisher.
The Punisher.
For the system he's been covering for the last while. I can't remember the name of it right now. And he
ColecoVision.
He was pretty brutal on it because apparently it's not a very good game, but it was still fun and entertaining to listen to.
That's funny.
Obviously want to give a big shout out to the Drinks with Larry crew. Always entertaining, hilarious people. Always appreciate all the love and shout outs that they give. If you guys are looking for just really great content, definitely check them out. I implore you to check them out. And yeah, I think that's it for me for this week. Don't have any other shout outs to give. How about you guys?
No.
Shoutouts?
I never have shoutouts. You shout out everyone.
Shout outs to all the motorized windblowers out there. We love you very much. Thank you for listening to today's podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and rate and all that fun stuff. Follow us on all the social medias. Of course, we have the Facebook, 2 Guys in a Game podcast. We also have the Twitter, 2 Guys AA Game. Instagram, 2 Guys in a Game podcast. Check us out on Podbeard Network, which is podbeardnetwork.com/2 Guys in a Game podcast. And it says any time you would like it, 2 Guys in a Game podcast @gmail.com. You can follow myself on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, all under TJ
This
Hodder.
is because of his stupid sleep apnea machine. He's got enough air in his lungs that he can do that.
And I would have finished if you didn't interrupt me, you jerk.
No, I'll interrupt.
And
that
then, of
was
course,
just a bit too much.
if
I
you-
stopped listening to our podcast at that point.
If you would like to follow Caz, you can do so on this Instagram. Just search Caz Adore Jones.
No,
Just kidding.
I'm pretty sure it's
Zach.
It's at Z Voynich.
Search
Oops, I
that.
just said my last name out loud. Now everyone knows. Don't tell anyone.
Don't tell anyone.
Please.
And don't
I
tell
mean,
anyone
TJ
about our
said my
attic.
last name without even knowing how it was said, so I don't know how he came up with it.
Voynich.
But yeah. Anyways.
Anyway, so yeah, that's going to do it for us here today. Ladies and gentlemen.
I don't even know how to spell it. My thing.
Voynich.
It's finding me. Yeah,
Voynich.
Z Voynich. Like, that doesn't give them anything.
How do you spell your last name?
I'm not telling people that.
Then that's why I moved on. 'Cause I knew you were. Anyway, I think this is for us here today. I have been Hodder.
And I have been Kazith.
And we'll catch you guys next week on 2 Guys in a Game. Peace out, everybody.
Peace out, Girl Scout.